Hey folks, welcome back to Pokemon Brown. In the last episode, we took on the Nugget Bridge and the route connecting Hayward City to this Owsauri City. O-W-S-A-U-R-I. I'm pretty sure it's Owsauri City or something. Owsauri. I like saying it as Owsauri. But yeah, Owsauri City. In the last episode, we had a couple people evolve. Igneel evolved from Charmander to Charmeleon. Leaf evolved from Bellsprout to Weepinbell, and Nora from Nidoran female to Nidorina. And today, we are going to take on the gym leader, Lily. She is an Ice-type gym leader, which he says Rock or Fire Pokemon will be really helpful, but then I started thinking to myself, most Ice-types in the original game were Water-type as well. And that made me want to use Leaf a bit more. He's already like ridiculously leveled compared to everyone else, but you know. But Swinub turned out to be the first Pokemon we encountered. So Swinub is ground ice, which actually made this a little better because Leaf is a badass. And his next Pokemon is a Seal, which is water ice, which is what I was worried most about. However, it doesn't really do as much damage to us as I would have thought it would. I would have thought it would. Wow, that's a terrible, terrible phrasing. It didn't do as much damage as I was expecting with its Aurora Beam. So, next up, the last trainer before the gym leader. This is definitely modeled after Misty's gym. You can also tell because of the water and the planks and everything. She has a Shelder. Shelder being one of my favorite ice water types, honestly. Cloyster's such a badass. At least what it evolves into. They're just so cool. And actually really defensive. Well, I mean, of course, because they have shells and they're oysters. But you wouldn't think they might be offensive as well. They are. They are so cool. I love using it in my Crystal versions whenever I play Pokemon Crystal. And here we are against Lily already. So let's take on Lily. Lily is the second gym leader, and as I said, is the Ice-type gym leader. She starts out with a Jinx, level 18, Ice Psychic type. Kind of annoying. She also likes to use X Defense on her Pokemon, which I guess is a thing a lot of gym leaders do in the first generation. I see a lot of them do it. But we're going to Poison Powder this Jinx, and we're just going to let it kind of whittle itself down. I should switch into Charmeleon right here because I could get this battle done so much quicker. I am going to just work this out though because Leaf's probably not going to get a lot more experience, and I just want to see him do the best he can. We are going to switch out for Zero though as death fodder because I do want to bring Charmeleon in and give him some experience. But as we sit here, whittling it down, it keeps trying to use Lovely Kiss, a move that puts me to sleep, and it has no effect on Porygon. Level 13 Porygon is actually winning against a Jinx that's poisoned. Granted, it's a Jinx that's poisoned. But it's just hilarious that this poor little Porygon has made this work. And then finally Lovely Kiss hits right as the poison takes effect. So, GG Jinx. Rip in peace and all that jazz. Her second Pokemon and her last Pokemon, her ace, I guess you could call it, is a Lapras. Lapras being an ice water type. This would have been a nice place for a fighting type, a rock type move, or an electric type. We're going with Confusion. Because, as I figured out after maybe 2 or 3 attacks, this thing will only growl me. Like, for the longest time, it would just use growl, and only growl. And this isn't even a physical attack, so it was kind of wasting its time. But this is Generation 1 AI. I mean, there's a video out there of a level 3 Zubat up against Lance's Dragonite in Pokemon Red and Blue. And all it would do is keep using Leech Life, and his Dragonite would just keep using Agility. And sooner or later, it won. I don't really know how, but something about the first generation AI just makes them susceptible to spamming moves that have no impact. Like, look at that. We've got this Lapras below half health and haven't taken any form of damage on Slowpoke. It just boggles my mind that Generation 1 AI was this bad. Like, I don't quite get it. It's just, it was terrible AI. But I'm not complaining, we won, and Neptune grew a level, so hey. Two gym badges down, I guess. Something like that. Yay! And she also really helpfully gives us TM13, which is the TM for Ice Beam, which is a really powerful move this early in the game. We'll probably teach it to someone at some point in the near future once our team gets a little more leveled up and once we get someone who actually would benefit from it. I mean, right now, Neptune and Nora would benefit from it immensely, but I'm not going to teach it to either of them, right now at least. But while we're here, we have a very, very sad moment. Zero, you fought admirably in that last gym. However, I cannot train you. You don't fit the dynamic in my party that I'm going for. So we're going to deposit him for the time being. We may come back to him in the future. But for now, Zero is out of the party. So, what do we have left to do? Not gamble our life away. We are not going to the casino. We are going to stock up on potions, because that is one thing I've been having an issue with, is keeping my Pokemon healed, aka the last route we were in. Would have been so much easier if I had had potions to use, but I didn't. So we're gonna stock up on potions and head out back to Hayward City, but we have one more thing to do. The Name Raider. Because ever since I caught Nidoran, I've just been beating myself up, figuratively, not literally, about the name. I don't like the name I picked. It clashes with Neptune. Double N's. So we're going to give her a new name. She's been nicknamed Ronnie. I watched Doctor Who when I was, recording this episode. So, Ronnie it is. R-A-N-I. Sounds like Ronnie, but it's Ronnie. I'm just kind of talking to people before we head out. So, in the next episode, we are heading back to Hayward City, using our newly found cutting